Hello everyone, DJ Kono here, and today I have a different video for you guys. I'm going to be doing a Draw This Again series, where I take all my old art from way back in the day when I was younger and redraw it into something new with my current style. Today's video, I'm going to be redrawing an old picture I drew back in 2011 that was technically drawn in 2010, but digitally recolored in 2011. These are the things I'm going to be focused on fixing today. First, their hands. As you'll see in the speed paint, I still kind of struggle with this. I've gotten much better with hands, but I used to draw boxy hands or basically paws for hands. You'll see later in this video during the sketch that I had to use a reference to draw Wasabi's hands. 2. Mixed muzzle. Oh god, it's so bad. The original, just look at it. 3. I got rid of Wasabi's bandana. I used to use his bandana as an excuse not to draw his neck. As you can see, mixed neck, I wasn't very good at it. Wasabi still does have his bandana, but he just doesn't wear it as much anymore. 4. Their hand placement and static poses. As you'll see in the redraw, I got rid of the standard facing forward pose and going with something a little bit different. A little backstory. Wasabi and Mick, when I created Wasabi, the tall orange cat fox, he was originally my chowder OC. At first, he was a small boy, but I decided to make him tall and a bit more feminine. But he was still straight at the time. Now, Mick is a fun story. When I created him, I literally created him to be the gay guy to help Wasabi go from straight to bi. They met at a nightclub where their favorite metal band was playing. Mick got drunk, flirted with Wasabi, bing bang boom, now they're a couple and Wasabi is bi. Starting off this picture, well, for the first time, you guys get to see me sketch from beginning to end, and one thing you'll know is my sketching process is kind of weird. It's not like most artists you'll see on YouTube or any other social media that shows their speed paints. I kind of have a knack for going right off from a circle and just drawing straight from there. I know it's probably not the most efficient way to do a redraw or to draw anything at all, but it's just kind of the way that I learned how to draw over the years, and it's kind of honed in my my technique. I know I could probably use some stuff that other artists do to draw stuff, but it's just kind of the way I do it. As you can see here, I kind of struggle a little bit with mixed hands, because hands is like the bane of every artist's existence. But I think they're okay. They can definitely be improved. And same with Wasabi. Like you see here that I'm like definitely struggling to draw his hand. I changed his hand actually quite a few times in the sketching process before I finally just used a reference and just drew over that. As you can see right now, I tried different hand poses because I was just struggling. Nothing worked. Gave up. Finally used a sketch, not a sketch, but a reference, just so I can get the damn hand properly. I wasn't about to spend like 30 hours trying to figure this out. As you see me now start to do the outlines for the picture, one thing I noticed is because I use a minimum brush tip size, that the lines are kind of inconsistent, because I'm kind of forced to try to vary my pressure on my tablet. I know that there has to be like a workaround to this, because I've seen artists on Sai actually do this and actually have a minimum, but they're able to keep a consistent size. I don't know how they do it, but I guess I'll figure that out in the future. But yeah, some people were telling me that I shouldn't use black lines for outlines, which I think it's kind of silly, but I can see where they're coming from, because I know some artists who use like colored lines, like a blue or pinkish colored outline for their line art. But me personally, I kind of like the thick black lines. It kind of reminds you of of an actual cartoon. It's just kind of like, it's just the way that I like to do it. I've tried before with colored lines, but never really went well. Maybe I'm just not good at it yet, but hopefully in the future I can figure it out and try it out a little bit more. Now the coloring part was fun. You guys get to see how I go from beginning to end for once, how I do the coloring. And basically, well, the way I do it is, because Sai has this thing that when you do a outline, when you do the fill bucket thing on a piece of line art, it has a tend to flood over the line. So what I do is I do it on very high, whatever that button is called, I'll probably show it on the screen here, very high thing when it comes to filling in stuff. And then I'll do a layer behind it just so the lines can stay completely clean while I, do the coloring and everything. And as you see, it makes the whole picture looks a whole lot cleaner than having the blurred out lines. So coming up in this part right here, I'm doing the background. Yes, I'm doing the background. Background, I did not have a idea what I was originally going to do. So I was like, no, screw it. I'm going for a kind of a vaporwave outrun mixture background. And you see the outrun or synthwave sun that a lot of people do and synthwave stuff. And you probably know the trend with my channel is I kind of do a lot of 80s, a little bit of 90s stuff mixed in for all my art. And now the shading part. I used to shade by actually coloring over the actual picture by just doing a darker version of it. But as of lately, I've kind of changed up that style and I started using a marker now. I started using marker over the actual thing with another layer on top of it. So basically you'll see how I'll fill it in and then I'll erase the parts that needs to be erased to kind of make the lines look smooth for shading. And I think they call it cell shading if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's kind of like the style that I like to do. Well, yeah, coming up on the end of the speed paint, I think I did a pretty good job. There's definitely some things I need to fix, like the hands, and definitely try more dynamic poses, but I think this picture came out pretty good. I mean, it's definitely worlds different from my original picture I drew back in 2010. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's something new I'm trying out. Hoping in the future I can do more draw this again type videos. Well, until next time, follow on my social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Links in the description below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.